Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Kroger Delivery has one mission: to deliver the freshest food right to your door. That's why our drivers are pros. Our trucks are refrigerated. And when it comes to low prices, we always deliver. With $20 off your first order of $75 or more, there's no better time to get in on the action. Mission accomplished. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
What up, motherfuckers? It's time for Festin Friday.
Get that reverb in there. It echoes throughout your body. Sorry, that was gross.
I want it to be everywhere.
Everywhere all at once.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't watched that.
I haven't either.
I heard that just to like gird your loins if you are a woman with mommy issues. And so I said, it's actually not a movie made for me, turns out. Turns out that I'm actually not the audience for it then. Turns out I'm actually just going to hold off on it. And I'll put it on a shelf similar to Jeanette McCurdy's book, which I've tried to start 5 times.
Understandable.
So,
Understandable.
What's new with you?
Well,
oh, yeah.
I can finally talk about something that I've been working on. This is actually the newest thing, which is funny because the other stuff I've been doing for a while. But this is a web novel that I was contacted to write through an app called Readict. If you look at it, it's Read and Attic put together. But I'm not sure how to pronounce it, if it's Readict or Readict. I don't know. But R-E-A-D. R-E-A-D-I-C-T. So the first 5 chapters are up. I would appreciate if everyone would go download the app and then search for my novel, which is called In the Dead of Night. Download it, like it, save it, leave a review. I would appreciate all of you and all your support. So thank you.
It's so exciting. And yet, like you said, this is your most... I think you told me the last time we recorded, you said, hey, so...
I'm turning this in tomorrow. It was last time we recorded, I turned it in on Friday.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is like, and you know, Melissa's been talking about all the other things that exciting things she's doing. That's not even this specifically. So... just know, she's taking over. Bitch, you're taking over the werewolf genre. Watch out, Jacob Black.
So
sit down. What's her name? Stephanie Meyer. Step aside, Mormons. It's time for Melissa to come on in. That's so exciting. Well, I will download the app and I'll add it to my shelf. I'll do it all.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm I'm obsessed with this for you. Is your
Thank you
sister
so
stoked?
Yeah. She's very stoked.
The
She's
household
like,
werewolf.
she
stan.
was like, I need you, even if they don't pass it, I still need you to
Write it for her.
write it. I was like, no.
I had a friend, her and I like wrote fanfic when we were in when we were in middle school together, and not like we'd write it separately and then we'd like send it to each other. And I remember I would be like, okay, can you like write a little faster? She's like, well, I'll put it up later. I go, I don't care if you put it up. Like, I need to know what happens.
Right.
Or we could sit down at lunch and you could just tell me about the whole rest of the story and I can listen and it can be passing on, folklore between each other. But like, you can't just, I'm not just a fan here. Like, I'm actually invested in this and you have to let me know what happens. So that's understandable. But this is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited because this is something new that I really haven't delved into before. So and I was very nervous because I just haven't written anything like this before. But my sister Melanie, who also works for me, so she read everything and she was like invested in it. So and she loves werewolves, which was new to me, but but we'll see how everything goes, but appreciate everybody's support.
I'm so excited. I'm downloading the app right now.
Thank you. And also don't be scared of things that you see on the app.
Here's the thing. This let's call it what it is. This app, it says romance and fan fiction books. And if that doesn't mean anything to you, well, I'm so excited for you to learn about it. And if you understand what that means, it is exactly, if it's what you think it means, it is what it means. So gird your loins, put one of those little screen protectors on your phone so people can't read over your shoulder. And just know that the ads you might be served, the things you might see on there,
yeah,
they might be titillating. I don't know what you're into.
I don't know what you're into. And there's no kink shaming here.
No. On the podcast, it might be different.
Well, speaking of Mormons,
oh, love that. My favorite segue.
First, I have to, before we get to the speaking of Mormons, let's talk about what we did, not all of it, what we did this weekend, unless you want to share the other parts.
Literally forgot. What do you mean, what other parts?
Dress shopping.
Yeah, but you said unless you want to share the other part.
I don't know if you want to share that.
Oh, yeah. We went dress shopping. Melissa finally bullied me into going.
It's
tried on.
Months.
So it's been years. It's
the bullying part.
Oh yeah. Suggesting the offering to go, the fact of you going, I will literally book the date and show up at your house and pick you up if you don't pick a date. And I was like, okay, fine. Tried on dresses, found 2 I liked. One I really liked, which is super cute. I don't know if I'll get that specific dress. It's nice to know that I can if I want to. Like I like that one enough.
I really liked it on you.
Yeah, me too. But it helped me know like the silhouette that I like and like what I thought I would like is what I like. And helped with like the dress sizing idea of it. So I'll see if I want to order something. The only thing that I think about with that one is it has a little bit of a train, which is difficult to maneuver. But also if they have like a sale at any point and it makes it so then I could get it altered so I wouldn't have the train. Otherwise I wouldn't get it altered and I'd still keep like the level of train that it has. Then I would like probably just do that very quickly. But they were very cute. And the reason why I was the Mormon segue, if anyone doesn't well, of course you won't understand.
No, you still don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that I asked our sales associate if they had recently moved to LA and they were like, no. I like grew up like right outside of LA. Granted, it's not right outside, but she grew up somewhere. I'm not going to say where she grew up, but like, it's near here. And I was like, oh my God. And then when she like left, I said to Melissa, I was like, it's just, she was giving Mormon, like she was giving like former Mormon vibes. And I said to her, I was like, you just give like you came out from here and like this is all not like exciting and new, but like I could see you being like the most alternative person at your high school and then moving to LA. And I was like, I'm so sorry if that's offensive. And she was like, no, it's literally not offensive at all. But then not to her face, I was like, yeah, I definitely thought that this was giving former ex-Mormon energy. And I love an ex-Mormon.
She was so nice.
She was so
and
nice.
Great
she was
and
so
well informed,
cool.
and she was young.
18.
Yes.
18. And she's worked there since she was like 16.
And she was so professional.
Yeah. And she was just like the best. And I have it on my to-do list to write her a review so she gets more hours.
Great. Love it. And then after that, we went to go
Melissa's
see
favorite movie.
one of the greatest movies that has ever been made. Grease.
Grease Lightning. Go Grease Lightning. Makes all the girls. I thought Scream.
Cream.
Nope. Cream. Whoa.
Mm-hmm. In the Pussy Wagon. So good. You gotta admit, it's a great movie.
No, it is. And I've definitely seen the movie, but the other friend that we went with was Samantha, and it was one of those things where it was like her and I had both, we were like, we've definitely seen this, but not at the age where we caught all the jokes. And I'm sure that similar to me, she's probably seen like musical theater versions or like done musical theater versions. So I know the songs from that. And I'm like, oh my God, I know all the words. And then suddenly a word is shifted and changed. And I go, holy shit, this is so much dirtier. So like I had not seen it as an adult or like someone who like understood what those things meant. So that was a little shocking to me. And I was like, damn, these men are talking about fucking. They're talking about these 40-year-old men playing high schoolers are talking about fucking.
I love that movie so much. It feels very cinematic in the way that it's shot and everything. It was so good, but then it was ruined by.
Well, hold on. Would you say that you said you actually were quoted saying that this is a movie that feels like a real movie?
I was, but I misquoted it, and then I didn't want to misquote it again.
I know, so I'm doing it for you. Melissa did. It is a movie that feels like a real movie, and I was like, "You're right. Yeah. You are right." Yeah. And then our night was ambushed by something that I've been trying to put out of my mind since.
The biggest, nastiest bugs that you've ever seen. So first, it was we were watching it outdoors at a park. And I had been to the park a couple weeks before, and we did not have issues with bugs.
And it's an LA park. So just know that like we're not in the woods.
Right.
There's no bramble. We're not in the thick of it.
There's literally a highway right next to us.
Yeah, like your cars are going by. Like there is nothing wild or wildernessy about. It is a patch of grass.
No, it is right at an exit.
Yes, it is literally a patch of grass and a couple trees.
So during the movie, and thank God we were in chairs. During the movie.
I can't even think about that, Melissa. Holy shit.
I saw a little shadow pass by and I was like, oh, there's just a bug. And then like I had on white shoes, which I'm glad I changed my shoes because I had on flip-flops and I brought shoes to change into. You still had on flip-flops.
I did. I had sandals on.
And then I looked down and on my white shoe is a huge beetle. A huge, juicy, nasty beetle. Get rid of it. Fine.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The Heresies of Redolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
Then the movie ends, and so we're packing up our things and turn on the flashlights on our phones. And there are about 15 of these giant beetles all over our blanket. We check inside the food. The chicken is covered in them. And it was just so nasty. And we couldn't just like shake the blanket out because it's dark. And so it would fly on people. So we had to do what we needed to do to get rid of them. Mm-hmm. And so we did it. We're checking our bags because our bags were open.
You and Samantha did most of it. I mostly did a lot of screaming. I told you here, I handed you the things that were in my hand, not realizing one of those things was a plastic spoon. So I'm just holding a plastic spoon and hand sanitizer, being like, I've got your things, I've got your things, I've got your things. My toes and are like completely curled.
So getting rid of the bugs. Then we lift the blanket and there was a whole colony of them.
A swarm.
Up under, and it was so disgusting. We get back to Samantha's condo, and we had
my
her
genius
husband
idea.
Ty come back, which was your idea to come
call
check.
Ty, make him fix. Yes. Well, because we also was in we had like a little wagon, and I said, we're not taking things in and out of the wagon. Put the whole wagon inside of your trunk, and it fit. And then I was like, and call Ty and say, hello, husband. I'm gonna need you to take this stuff out and inspect it.
Because that's what I would do with thank God there weren't any bugs in it. But then I came home and I thought I was hearing little things, but then I forgot I had a sparkling water, and that's what I was hearing.
Oh, I could see you walking around being like tiptoeing, being like, where is it coming from?
Because I had my backpack was open.
Yep.
And so I was just like, oof. But this was my Mormon segue. So when I got home, I was like, now I gotta watch Grease Live, the musical. And
the Huffs.
And yes, and you can buy it. I need Hulu to put it up, but you can buy it or you can watch it on Daily Motion, which that's what I opted for. And so I would like to make a plea for you to watch this because it is so good. First of all, they mix both the musical and like the actual musical and the movie together, because there are some songs that are in the movie that were just made for the movie that aren't in the actual musical. And my segue was Julianne Hough, because she is part of that X community. But what they do is they made Sandy, in the movie it's Olsen. I forgot what it is in this version of the live musical. They made her from Utah, and they're picking on Mormonism throughout the thing. That is what they're making fun of her
Hold up. I don't think Julianne Hough is an ex-Mormon, though. I think she's
she's from Utah.
Mormon.
Whatever.
Wait, that's so...
Yes.
Well, she's an LA Mormon. There's a big difference between being an LA Mormon and being a Utah Mormon.
But her whole thing is that she moved from Utah.
Oh my God.
And they made Young is the last name because that's the Mormon person that found it. That's his last name. So they make her last name.
Fuck up. Okay, well now I'm gonna have to watch. Well, and you also know it's not a hard sell for me because it is starring the Hudge. And
yes.
I love watching the Hudge.
And it's not just her. Hold on. I made a note of things to talk about. The Hudge is Rizzo, but Marty is played by Kiki.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa. They did a horrible job advertising this because that I had no idea about, and I'll watch it expeditiously.
And not just that is because they're mixing what's in the actual like stage performance.
Stage
she has her whole song. It's a whole performance. Like Marty gets a whole song. She's so good at it. They also have, you know, the gross guy at the musical, the old man that she's hitting on.
Yep.
Is played by Mario Lopez, which perfect.
Oh my God. That is because that man has a Mario Lopez job. Mario Lopez saw Grease the first time and said, I want that to be my job.
Yes.
I want to be looking glossy on camera with a long skinny microphone.
And so everything, the things that were weird about the 50s version, it was made in the 70s, but takes place in the 50s.
Yeah.
They fix all those things that we were like, ugh, they fixed them. Let's see. We also have Carly Rae Jepsen as Frenchie.
Oh my God. Shut the fuck up.
And they give her a song that isn't in either one of them.
An original?
Yes, an original.
Oh my God.
We've got Jordan Fisher as Duty. They also Jessie J is, you know, Grease is the word. She's doing all that singing at the beginning.
Wow.
We've got as the teenage Angel, it's not just one person, it's a group of people, Boyz II Men.
Okay. That means nothing to me, but I know that those are a boy band.
Yes. Anna Gasteyer is playing the principal. We've got the original Frenchie and Dodie in there too. They also, the way they shot it, they didn't shoot it as a stage performance like the ones that were on ABC. This was a Fox production, and they shot it on lots, and so they're moving through the lots and stuff, and then also incorporated the audience into the musical, so they're like the people that are in the stands at the games and stuff like that. So
Fox crushes it. I hosted A Christmas Story live, and they do it. Yeah, they do it in lots, and they run around essentially as if they're shooting like a single cam show. And then the audience is like incorporated in all of it.
It's multicam. Like they're doing.
No, sorry, that's what I meant. Like it's like you are going through multicam of like old sitcoms eras where it's like you're not breaking. You're doing like a 25-minute take and like all that stuff. So they did that for A Christmas Story, and it's like very cool. They do a good job. I hope they do another one.
Yeah, but they spent. You can tell they spent a lot of money on it. And it's great. Like, it was so good. I forgot how good it was.
I have a question. I just looked up Boyz II Men. Is that what Boys in Commotion, aka Boys in Motion, is about? From That's So Raven.
I think it's just a conglomeration of all boy bands.
Okay, because I definitely for a long time
camera keep moving.
I know my computer's sliding.
Oh,
I for a while definitely thought that was just a band from
Boyz II Men really like kicked off the 90s boy band thing. They didn't dance, they just sang, and they were more like 4-part harmony.
Oh
yeah,
I bet Mott's has heard then.
I know that Mott's has.
Okay, I buy it. These men who are from Boys in Motion are quite gorgeous now.
So I want you all to watch it because it's so good. It's so good. I could watch it again, like right now, but I'm too into the Olympics. I haven't watched General Hospital in 2 weeks. That's how much I'm into the Olympics.
Merry Christmas, everybody! My name is Eric Peterson. I'm here with my good buddy,
Danny Jordan.
And we are the hosts of Christmas Countdown Show.
We're so thrilled to be bringing the merriment to you all this holiday season. On Christmas Countdown, we love to count down our top 10 favorite things related to the holiday season. That could be food, movies, music, everything that we all love about this massively merry good time. So wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you click that subscribe button. Eric, are you ready?
I am ready, and we hope that you are too. Merry Christmas, everybody! Let's go!
Hey everyone, join me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa DeMonts, for Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong?
Each week, we deliver 4 fun-filled shows.
In Don't Blame Me, we tackle our listeners' dilemmas with hilariously honest advice.
Then we have But Am I Wrong, which is for the listeners that didn't take our advice. Plus, we share our hot takes on current events.
Then tune in to see you next Tuesday for our listener poll results from But Am I Wrong?
And finally, wrap up your week with Fisting Friday, where we catch up and talk all things pop culture. culture.
Listen to Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Do you love Disney? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. There is nothing we don't cover.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed, but you definitely need in your life. So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.
So while looking up about the Olympics, because we were talking about like swimming and like water polo, and I was saying, and they were like, so statistically the most athletes are from California, like born in, and then from like water polo and swimming, most of them are even like born and raised California, not just like moved to California for school.
Ping
and I was looking,
too.
and I was like looking it up, and I was like, I wonder if like Stanford is like the best for swimming, because like that's what I knew, and I looked it up and I was like, okay, because like my high school swimming and water polo were huge. There are people who like went to the Olympics and Junior Olympics from my school. Like it was just what you do. Like there, I'm pretty sure like most of the years, like there to be at least 6 or 7 recruits from my like from each graduating class of my high school who would just go to Stanford for like swimming or water polo or whatever. And I looked it up, and it's still maintained that there's like 3 siblings who are from Marin who are all there. And then when looking up like other Olympians, because my high school is now named after an Olympian who was also a teacher at my school, not when I was there. But there's a actor or an actress from a soap opera who apparently went to my school, and I was looking it up.
Who is it?
I'm finding it for you because I don't remember, but I think it might have been for General Hospital. Let's see. Oh, for Children's Hospital. Is that a
that's
soap?
not a soap opera. That's a
Oh, that's the wrong one.
That's a Comedy Central show. Or Cartoon Network. I forgot which one. But that's a comedy show that like makes fun of.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I didn't click on it. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll have to tell Melissa. You're right. Children's Hospital. Yeah, different one then.
Yeah, but it is a spoof. It is like spoofing soap operas and like Grey's Anatomy, so not that far off.
Because I was like, I swear I recognize her, and I think it's probably because Erin Hayes.
Yeah, I know that name.
Wait, it's so crazy how some things never change. So she's 48. Like we obviously don't know. Like we did not cross paths whatsoever in school. But she then went to Boulder, which is so crazy because that was still such a fucking popular school to go to from my high school that I'm like, oh, wow. She did The Hot Wives of Las Vegas in 2015.
I've seen, of course,
Her
like
face.
New Girl and Parks and Rec, so stuff that she's been in, but like her name is recognizable, but I don't know why. Whatever.
I still have yet to make my notable alumni. I will be working on that. But the issue is my high school churned out fucking professional athletes. Yeah. And not a single goddamn fucking football player. Like no, none of that. But like so many other fucking athletes that it's hard. It's hard to get hard to get on here. And then also just like a lot of like big brain things like geologists, emergency medicine professors at Stanford, physicists, a poet, which I go, come on, put me on here. We have 1 professional football player, allegedly.
I think you can just add yourself.
I'm not going to do that.
That's how most of those people got on there anyway.
I buy it. I believe that. But yeah, I will say.
Don't you have a Wikipedia page?
I don't know. I don't want to look if I do. But you know, it probably is self-adding because if it was everybody if it was like admin from the school adding it, Tupac would be on there, and Tupac would be on about 3 other high schools as well, because every high school in Marin claims him. And granted, we have slightly more, not the most because he did not spend the most years at our school, but he did take some classes at our school.
But
so
he
therefore,
also like was in like Baltimore.
No, I know. So like it is like the most claimed like student ever And let's see where it says. Yeah, 3 different high schools.
You have okay, so you don't have like a full page, but like your name is there, and when you click on your name, then it takes you to Awesomeness TV.
Yeah, see, I didn't add that.
Yeah, so like
That's an
we got to
Awesomeness.
get somebody to clean this up.
Yep. So, yeah, he went to TAM for I don't even know how long, but he did take a couple classes at my high school. So, of course.
Yeah. But I feel like the only people that actually claim him is his performing arts school that he went to with Jada Pinkett.
Yes.
Yeah.
That because also I think that's where he spent the most time. But of course, Marin kids, they go, Tupac is my classmate. That's my classmate. That is my friend. But yeah, so, well, I guess that was not my exciting thing about saying someone from General Hospital went to my high school. Because turns out they didn't.
Nope.
Turns out they did not. I'm addicted. We watched the slalom yesterday, the canoe slalom. Boy, oh boy, do I have, first of all, every single man enrolled in that looks like a divorced dad. They go in looking so defeated. It is the hardest thing ever. I have no idea how you even practice that. I think you have to go whitewater rafting to practice. Like, I don't know what the fuck. It's so hard. They let you celebrate your wins, and then afterwards they go, okay, deductions. And I will say, the amount of people who, like, you have to get your head through these little, like hanging little goals, essentially, and you have to get your head and both shoulders through them. One guy, best time ever, crushed it. Definitely cut one a little bit close. And he was winning, and then they go, actually, 50-second penalty.
For what?
The cruelest thing in the fucking world, because he didn't get both of it. They said he didn't get both of his shoulders through. And then they only call out nobody's getting both their head and both shoulders through at all. No one is doing it. They finally catch one guy, and they gave him like a 15-second. Then finally one other one gets a 50-second one. But it was based on just who the judges preferred and what they liked. And so I just have to say, justice for my man from Senegal, who his time was impeccable, and he was the first one to get that deduction. And then I can't imagine how frustrated I would be if I were him, watching everyone else do the same thing and then not get deductions. So
messed up.
It's fucking messed up. Super fucking messed up. And boy, it keeps you on the edge of your fucking seat. And it's like, imagine that being your hobby.
I have been inspired by the Olympics, and you're about to say, Melissa, you're insane. I already can hear it, but
okay. I have 2 guesses what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Okay, what are the guesses?
You're gonna run a marathon?
Absolutely not. I don't have the lung capacity for that.
No, you don't,
But
which is why
you're
I was
close.
like, you're insane. You're gonna try something fucking crazy.
This week I've been training as if I was a sprinter.
And how wrong was I? Not that wrong.
I said you were close. Marathon, that is way more running. Sprinting, I can do that. I used to be really good at it. And I quit just because I didn't like the people. But I was really fast, like breaking records fast. And I just quit because I didn't like the people. And I was like, I should have stuck it out.
If you run fast enough, you don't have to see any other people.
It was,
Solo
there's a lot
sport.
with track and field. There's a lot of just sitting there and waiting.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I can't sit. I hate
I know.
that.
And it's like an all day thing. And so I was just tired of the people because there's
that's
so many
boring.
events. So you just have to sit and wait till your event. And you don't know when your event is going. It's terrible. And I was like, "Ugh, I'm over this." So yeah, I was like, let me try something else. I've been working out 2 times a day since last week.
Girl, she's like,
I've already worked out this morning.
Melissa, you're gonna be if you start dry swallowing pre-workout, I will be doing an intervention. Like, that will be too far. I will support you in your athletic goals. If I
don't even have a goal. My
swallow,
goal is just to see if I can just train like an athlete for
until the Olympics
a couple months. We'll see. Let's get through this month.
You could have the Cody Co midlife crisis of like suddenly doing a fucking Ironman.
Again, nothing that is. I'm sprinting.
First of all, they're swimming, so we're safe.
Sprinting.
Yeah, no.
Down. I did 4 100-meter sprints today. I rode my bike for 15 minutes on like the highest. Yeah, like I'm feeling good. And then I have with my trainer later today, we'll be doing leg exercises.
Have you told him
No.
this? You got an inhaler and you got cocky.
This has been my year of athleticism. I'm embracing it. So here I am.
I'm so happy for you. I can't relate any less. This is my year of yard work. And that's my my level of like athleticism and working out, but I'm so happy for you. And you have short girl representation in sprints.
Yeah. I was like either it's gonna be, because Sha'Carri is the same height as me. I said either it's gonna be sprinting or gymnastics, but like gymnastics, I was good at tumbling, but I wasn't good at the other shit. So which one do I pick? I'm gonna do track and field, but not the field part, just track.
Much easier entry point as well.
Yeah, it's an easier entry point.
I love a gymnastics moment though. As we're recording this, it's the middle of the all around. It might be done now.
It's done. And I saw something. I had a news alert that came up that said Simone Biles, but I didn't read it all the way through.
I was going to say we need to both be on top of the news alerts.
Yeah, I'm not.
Thankfully, I put mine on Do Not Disturb. So I was like, even when I unlock it, I won't get those notifications. So thankfully.
Yeah. But congratulations to the ladies for getting gold for team. I could tell that they weren't even trying. I mean, they were trying.
No.
But I was like,
had it.
We're just doing the highest level of difficulty and then sitting down, not even worried about landing or whatever. We just know what we need to do to get this gold.
At a certain point, even Simone's husband stopped using his little Eiffel Tower pen and doing the calculations because he said, we've got this in the bag. So I love it. I also just love I love the takedown of Michaela Skinner. I also love Michaela Maroney.
And thank you for bringing that to my attention so I was on top of it.
Oh my God, yes. So you knew. And so I think everyone who listens, even if you're not a huge gymnastics fan, you now know the lore of this bitch. That you've heard for the last however many times I brought her up on this podcast over the last couple of years. But she like blocked the entire team.
Yes.
And
because they were making fun of her as they should.
As they should. And all of the comments, and like I think it was Jordan who took a picture of Simone's phone saying like, imagine blocking Simone.
Right.
And I was like, that's so funny. And just having every other fucking Olympian comment on it, like Michaela Skinner now knowing that like they're all talking about you behind your back because and in front of your face because you're a bitch.
Find out.
And I also just applaud Simone because Michaela made it so known when she was doing everything, all the shit she was talking. She said, everyone except Simone. And Simone said, you come from my team, you come from me, bitch. And I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I loved it so much.
I love it too. I love the Michaela that we like, which I didn't realize were two separate people. I love her comment.
I have to redeem my first name. She's like, fuck around and find out. Like, I love Michaela Maroney.
Yeah. Yeah. And the team itself, I was just like, I love everybody's personality. Got the little kid. I was like, which used to be like the norm age for everybody.
I know.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
But
that's how you know that like the sport is doing exponentially better because you're having gymnasts who can come back. And like that was so unheard of. And if they did come back, it was like really precarious in it. And it would be like people weren't, it would be a bad sign if a gymnast is coming back specifically from the US is coming back and doing it again. And like even Gabby Douglas is like, no, I'm still training for 28. I'm like, that's fucking insane.
Because I was like, I was thinking like this might be Simone's last one, but then when I heard that Gabby was like thinking about coming back, and I was like, Simone might still be here. Maybe I will try to go to the Olympics for that.
Mott said, he was like, what if like, would you want to try and go to Olympics? And I was like, oh, here's the thing. It's so hard to watch in person. Like, again, it's much easier to watch on TV because people are competing at the same time. But I was like, that would be like so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And I was thinking about how like we missed out because Simone was like at the cutoff for when they were allowing people to go to college, because they used to not allow them to go, but now Suni and Jordan and Jade all got to go to college. But Simone, when she declared that she was going pro, she had already committed to UCLA, but then she couldn't do it. So we missed out because she would have been at UCLA and we could have seen her all the time.
And we could have seen those fun ass fucking college routines, which are just out of 10. And they're like, you don't have to do the level of difficulty. It's like, that's where you get the great ones. Caitlin Ohashi, she's one of the, you've probably seen her. Her routine went viral. Like, she's fantastic. And so I would have, you're right. I would have killed to have seen her doing a college routine. So yeah, I'm just like, and I think the Michaela Skinner of it all, like her saying like things were so much better with like March or whatever. I was like, shut the fuck up. Look at these girls who are able to do this, and they would have never been able to do this under them, nor would they ever been able to do this while enduring Larry Nassar.
Right.
So, okay. I also recently found out, fucking crazy, the I think he's from 2016, the coach, 2016 gymnastics coach. I don't know, but one of the guys who was doing the USA team and Olympic, all that kind of shit, he got indicted in like the Larry Nassar thing and killed himself like 12 hours, like maybe even like half an hour later. And I was like, holy shit. So I think it's so great. And obviously it must be relieving, yet also somewhat frustrating for the other athletes, like specifically Michaela Maroney she's been through some shit. Watching people be able to not go through that and like do this over and over and over again. And that's the backstory. If anyone looks into like her story with Larry Nassar and like USA Gymnastics and all of that stuff, beyond just the whole, she had the most perfect vault we've ever seen in history and didn't score perfectly. They still found to take off deductions for literally nothing. And that was a huge upset. But yeah, her whole thing, like that, a lot of the animosity she holds to Michaela Skinner is because the era she's talking about was Michaela Maroney was one of the biggest people who suffered from all that. And now she gets to watch her peers, gymnasts, like continue on and do this. So I love watching that. And the fact that like, also didn't know that she's from the viral meme of the baby shower where it's like the giant letters, and her last name is Skinner. So she didn't go with that last name. She picked her husband's last name, which is Harmer. And so
Skinner,
it's just giant
Harmer
letters. Melissa, you would think that maybe don't use the fucking letters. Just don't use. They have giant letters, huge, like the big marquee sign that says Baby Harmer.
No.
And the alternative is Baby Skinner. And I go, or neither. Just don't do the fucking letters.
Yikes.
Freaks. I think
y'all should change. Y'all should just picked a new last name.
Yeah. Skarmer. That doesn't mean shit. Welcome, we're the Skarmers.
Yikes.
Yep. Or the Hinners.
Yeah, I like Hinner better.
So, and I think they're Mormon. They might be. Bring it back to Mormonism. If not, I'm happy to start that rumor.
Well,
anyways, happy Olympics, USA, baby.
One more thing, and I would like to petition for this to happen. Now that Beyonce has become the voice of America, as Freedom is Kamala Harris's campaign song, and then Yaya was the Olympic song, which incredible.
Like one of my favorites.
Then I would like for American Requiem to now be the new
national
anthem.
You want people to, we're going from singing the national anthem, and instead we're going to give them a song that I would say is objectively harder.
Exactly.
Best of luck. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Just imagine where you get to
the
part where she's like,
where her voice is literally doing like a roller coaster. Like, no, it's crazy.
But when she starts going,
no, like, you guys, like, I just imagine Jessie. First of all, Jessie J would give it her all. Adele would give it her all.
Adele would not be singing it.
No, I know. Adele goes, I actually can't do that. That's sacrilegious. Lil Susie Q from somewhere Alabama at a fucking local game.
No. And also with that, you also get the reprieve at the end of the album too. So you can make it extra long if you need it to.
6.5 minutes.
Right. I think the
song's 4.5 minutes, isn't it? I think it's one of the longer songs on the album.
It's 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you add in Amen at the end, which is also 2.5 minutes. So you get 8 minutes of song. Incredible. Love it.
Yeah, that's remarkable. I'd kill to see that. And other people would be like,
Please
I would
rise
never.
For the national anthem.
They like there no note would be hit.
No
low note nor no high note.
Exactly.
She's truly doing gymnastics on those notes, like up and down, all around, loop-de-loops, like
round off back handspring, back tuck.
No, and you throw in there at the end if you really want to go crazy. You throw in what's the one that she halfway through busts out full on opera in Italian? The way I listen to the entire album as a whole, so I'm like, I don't know.
It's Daughter, right?
Oh, you're right, because it goes into spaghetti. Mm-hmm. So throw that there in the end if you really want to show off.
Right. But then they're like, we can't because Italian. It's the USA.
No, of course. But also,
there's no official language of this country.
The Long Island Italians, like it's like a moment.
Yes.
They claim both wholeheartedly, specifically Italian American. USA, baby.
Right. So
I love it. And I also am obsessed with the fact that the nasty little Dutch volleyball player, every time he stepped out on the fucking court, booed, and he lost.
Great. Love it.
And again, 6'6" men, a dime a fucking dozen. And also volleyball is one they will recruit no matter how old you are. The amount of time in high school, they said, come play volleyball. I said, I don't know how. They said, that's fine. And I was like, no, thank you. I don't want to do it.
What I regret not taking up was tennis. They didn't really have a lot of people playing tennis. And they're like, can you
tennis wasn't big at my high school either.
And I said no. And I should have said yes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, in 2 days is Megan's birthday. Go wish her very, very happy birthday. And goodbye.
Welcome to the small town of Chinook, where faith runs deep and secrets run deeper. In this new thriller, religion and crime collide when a gruesome murder rocks the isolated Montana community. Everyone is quick to point their fingers at a drug-addicted teenager, but local deputy Ruth Vogel isn't convinced. She suspects connections to a powerful religious group. Enter federal agent V.B. Lauro, who has been investigating a local church for possible criminal activity. The pair form an unlikely partnership to catch the killer, unearthing secrets that leave Ruth torn between her duty to the law, her religious convictions, and her very own family. But something more sinister than murder is afoot, and someone is watching Ruth. Chinook, starring Kelly Marie Tran and Sanaa Lathan. Listen to Chinook wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Spate. We were both on a little show you might know called Supernatural.
It had a pretty good run, 15 seasons, 327 episodes.
And though we have seen, of course, every episode many times, we figured, hey, now that we're wrapped, let's watch it all again.
And we can't do that alone, so we're inviting the cast and crew that made the show along for the ride. We've got writers, producers, composers, directors, and we'll of course have some actors on as well, including some certain guys that played some certain pretty iconic brothers.
It was kind of a little bit of a left field choice in the best way possible.
The note from Kripke was,
He's great. We love him, but we're looking for like a really intelligent Duchovny type.
With 15 seasons to explore, it's going to be the road trip of several lifetimes. So please join us and subscribe to Supernatural Then and Now.
Bitches on Comics is a bi-monthly interview podcast where we talk to the coolest LGBTQ plus folks and women in comics and pop culture.
Our unique perspectives and welcoming nature have earned us the honor of being named a Best Comic Book Podcast by Book Riot, Screen Rant, The Mary Sue, Comic Book Herald, and Comic Book Couples Counseling.
Bitches on Comics is hosted by moi, Monica Estrella Negra, filmmaker, writer, and co-founder of Audrey's Revenge Film.
And me, Essie Fleenor, comic and pop culture nerd and culture critic with writing in The Independent, Vice, Electric Literature, Star Trek, and so much more.
We're also both voting members of Gallica, the Society of LGBTQ plus entertainment critics.
Join Bitches on Comics for in-depth, hilarious, and heartfelt conversations with the likes of Stephanie Williams, Leah Anderson, and the late, great Rachel Pollack.
Listen to Bitches on Comics on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Or tune in at bitchesoncomics.com. New episodes every other Wednesday.